It's really time that I stop throwing away my money on rent, but really, I'm just not quite sure what to do. I had 3 phone calls this week that started out with basically that same sentence. They knew they were throwing away their money on rent, they've known it for quite a while, but they don't really know what to do, so they're just kind of stuck in time, not really knowing how to proceed or who to look for help. That's what we're going to be talking about today is how you get started on the home buying process and get out of playing that rent trap. It's Kyle No with First United Realty with another one of my helpful tips. Most people are first-time buyers. They just don't really have a clue on how to get started. They don't know who to trust and look for advice. They don't know whether to call a lender. Maybe they should be calling a realtor. They just don't really know. My suggestion is this. You need to find somebody that is used to working with first-time buyers. If you don't have somebody that really spends a lot of first-time buyer time, you're probably not going to get as much help in the different kind of options that are available out there. As a necessity, I find that I spend a lot of time learning about the different programs that are available because I don't want to miss any opportunity that I might be able to use to help one of my buyers that I'm working with at this time. So that's what I would do. I'd search out somebody that finds helping with first-time buyers very, just say, for lack of a better word, they just find it really exciting because that's what I do. It's really, really good to work with a first-time buyer, help them get into a home, and then have them be so appreciative, and you can tell they're just very happy to get out of that rent game. So anyway, try to find somebody that's not known for their high-end sales or luxury sales or anything like that. Find somebody that's used to working in the trenches with first-time buyers. Everybody wants to know how to get started, and different people like to start differently, but there's 2 parts of this that kind of go hand in hand from my point of view. Most first-time buyers are excited about looking at houses. So the first thing I do is set them up a personalized home search. I get their wants, their needs, the areas they're interested in, maybe school district, beds, bathroom, as much detail I can about what they're looking for. And then on the front end, I try to determine what kind of monthly payment that they feel comfortable with. Not necessarily what they qualify for yet, just what they're comfortable with. Because I find that most people are feeling comfortable with a payment actually lower than what they qualify for. So anyway, that's a good start. Find out what they feel comfortable with and then set up a home search for them, give them some homes to look at. And I don't think it hurts to go out and look at a home or two just to give them an idea of what's out there so they can kind of become familiar with the market. But hand in hand with that, I always like to do a very deep analysis about their financial situation. Learn as much as I can about them, their income, their expenses. I usually help run their credit report with the lender that I recommend. All of those things, because all of that comes into play when you're trying to get them pre-qualified and actually pre-approved for a home loan. So that information, I can sit down there and actually visit with them, and then I can see what kind of monthly payment they can really afford, and then also see if there's any problems in their credit that have to be dealt with now, see what kind of down payment or closing costs they might need. They might be eligible for some of the special financing options, and maybe they don't need but $1,000 to get into a home. Sometimes as little as $500 total out of pocket to get into a home. But these are all things that I can usually get in 10 or 15-minute consultation with them on the phone, and then maybe meet with them, show them a house, meet them in person, and then start working with them in earnest, showing them different options that they have, what they need to do to get started, whether or not they need to save money, whether or not they have any credit issues they need to work on. Those are the kind of things I look for. But anyway, if you're a first-time buyer, or maybe it's just a long time since you bought a home, and you really want to get started, just give me a call. I'm at 405-210-5319. I spend more than 50% of my time helping first-time buyers get into a home, and I can probably help you. Sometimes it can happen in a couple months. Sometimes it might take 6 to 9 months. Sometimes it might even be longer than that. But I don't care how long it takes. I'm here to help you, and I'll stay with you all along the way. After all, that's how I get the biggest thrills of my life working with buyers is the first-time buyers who are anxious to get into a home. Thanks for listening to this little tribe here, and I hope to be able to help you soon. If you don't know of any, if you're not thinking about buying for yourself, but you got a friend or maybe a family member that needs to buy a home, pass along this information to them. I'd be glad to help. Thanks a lot. Have a great day out there. And remember, it's almost fall. Bye-bye.